out from my window. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound.
Good evening, happy peoples. Hope you guys are doing awesome. I say good evening because it is roughly 7:30 at night. Off a little different here today. I just finished up work, and right at the tail end of the shift, I just got a call from the Sheraton Hotel in Anchorage, and they're having problems with their ventilation. They can't get any ventilation happening there. I'm seeing mosquitoes already. What is going on? What is my life? A long story short, I've got to go make an emergency service call to Anchorage, and that's about 400 miles south here. The last technician I had on it, I would send him, but him and his wife just had a baby, and they just spent about a week and a half in NICU, so there's no way I would ask him to go do this. I'll do this myself. It'll be a long night, but I can get it done, so, I mean, it's pretty important to have the guests comfortable, and they're like, whatever you can do, we just need it to be taken care of. So do that, bring you guys with me. You guys haven't come to work with me for like forever. Because I don't normally do a lot of the field work. I'm usually in the office doing boring stuff, but now I get to like play with wires and things and make air handlers work. How awesome is that? Literally just booked a flight. Let's go get in the plane and get to Anchorage, see if we can fix their problem, and hopefully I can just do it overnight and just come back tomorrow.
Hello, happy fuels.
Thanks, Gilbert. Have a good one.
2.
Hi, welcome.
Anchorage, the local time is 11:11.
We'll see you guys. Good luck.
Hi, take care.
Thank you. Okay, real quick. A couple fun things. 1, no masks. Like, what? When did this happen? So, number 2, I think 5 people from the parking lot at the Fairbanks International Airport until now came up and said hi. And my goodness, guys, especially when you're in a stressful situation, having you guys come up and say hi and just like love the vlog, thank you guys for what you do. It means a lot, so thank you. It's like we have family everywhere. It's awesome. Getting chills. Okay, let's get to work.
On the front, signature on the back. No off-roading, no pets, no wildlife, no fish odor or fish residue, and
Cool, thanks so much.
have a good rest of the night.
Hey, how about that? What a mess. Oh my goodness. Got it figured out, but they had a computer here, and when the computer died, unfortunately, it sort of took out the controller. But the nice thing is reliable control stuff is robust enough that the controller's working. It's just the graphical interface. The GUI isn't quite, but I'm able to go in through the back way, able to cool this down, because this temperature here, I don't know if you can see this here, temperature was closer to 90. We've got it down to just over 60. So that's a plus. Gonna play with a little more wiring here, but I think we're getting pretty close, at least enough for tonight. Should be cooled down. Back home, about 400 miles or so north of us. Check in on the family here tomorrow morning, and I'll be up bright and early, making sure this is all good. So appreciate you guys coming along. See you tomorrow.
Well, in my absence, I'll be surely missing you. I've been working every
Hello, happy
day.
peoples. Hope you guys
I
are
sure
doing
hope
fantastic.
you love me.
We're out jumping on a trampoline. Woohoo!
we got all of it shoveled. Daddy did primarily all of it. It was like giant, massive clumps of ice.
Oh my goodness!
So
You just did it back tuck!
you just did it back to, are you okay?
He just didn't land on his feet!
He looks like he's struggling. Oh my gosh, Garrett! Gracious heavenly. Okay, Sissy's teaching him how to do all the backflips, back tucks. Anyway, hope you guys are doing fantastic. It's a glorious, beautiful day here. We are still melting away. Hallelujah, praise. As you guys have probably seen, my husband had to take a emergency trip to the old Anchorage for work. There's a hotel there, I guess, that like their computer system fried. It was not a good time. So it was like, hey babe, I'm going to Anchorage in about an hour. So you gotta go get this kid, drop this kid, do all the things. But we made it work. It was okay, but it's kind of sad. I was like, oh, bye babe. Ooh, sorry for the wind. Look at how much grass we're getting, guys. Look at this. I mean, still ginormous mountains in the front yard, but it is going. It is going quickly. Hallelujah, praise. Okay, side note, as you guys saw in the last video, we took you around to the old Walmart and bought everything for a little unit that is above my shop, and they actually got in today. So they are all moved in, ready to go, but I was able to last night, in the midst of getting all the children and husband going to the airport and all the things, I was able to take you guys for a little tour on my cell phone of what the finished place looked like. So let me send you that. All right, guys, well, I wanted to give you like a final tour. I'm on my phone, so this is kind of impromptu, but they're getting ready to show up like their plane lands in like minutes. So anyway, this is the final. This is what she's looking like. Everything pretty much fully stocked, ready to go. A fun little fruit basket, little picture, little flowers, little things. Hopefully it'll make it feel a little bit more homey. The TV all set up. The spare bedroom in here turned out really great. Good to go. The washer and dryer, I pulled off all the plastic, all the things. Just a little bathroom, good to go. Little plant. And then the master. I know some of you guys had mentioned like hangers. I did have some hangers. I do have a vacuum and a mop and a broom. I have all of that, which is in like this little closet over here. Right here, little closet. It's got all the things and a plunger. I know some of you guys mentioned a plunger. What else did you guys say? All the curtains, I know you guys had mentioned that. We just got this little coat rack hung up. And I do have some cleaning supplies. I know you guys had mentioned cleaning supplies, so I have that all stocked up and ready. I also went and bought some cookie sheets, some more cookie sheets, and a pizza pan. Everything I think is good to go. I'm so sick and excited. So this is it. Finished, completed, everything set up, everything set and ready to go. I hope they love it. I just wanted to show you guys so you could see like the finished product. I got some of the stuff all up in the cabinetry. There's actually still quite a bit of cabinetry space, which is awesome. Oh, some of you guys mentioned like cups and stuff, and I already had some. I have some mugs, and then I just do these fun little, this is what I do at my house, little mason jars for drinking cups. So those are good to go. It's like the little pantry, and then it can have an overflow in that closet as well. Okay, scampering, dampering. We've had all the craziness. I don't even know when this is gonna go in the vlog, but maybe it's gonna be when my baby's getting ready to go to Anchorage, and he just found out like minutes ago that he has to go. And so I took Audrey to youth group. I had to grab Garrett, and then I gotta go get Evelyn from gym. All the things, but I wanted to show you this so you guys could see the finished product. Okay, I'm shutting down all the lights. Hello, what am I doing? All right. Send it wherever it's sending. I think it turned out pretty stinking cute. I was super happy with it. They seem to really like it, so that's awesome. Another thing that I did yesterday was I got some of my seeds in for the garden. I started little seedlings to be able to hopefully transplant into the garden in about a month. I don't know if that's actually going to transpire this year, but you never know. You never know if that will actually come to fruition. Let's go take a gandy at the old garden. So I was able to get those done yesterday, which I really wanted to get them done probably about 2 weeks or so ago, but it just didn't happen. So here is what we're looking like for the garden. I'd say we probably have at least 8 inches or so of snow that is still sitting on top of it. I've sprinkled some ash out there, which is supposed to help with said melting, all the things. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. We'll get there, slowly but surely. It was just an insane amount of snow this year, so we're taking it slowly but surely, but I'm so grateful that I was able to get my seeds planted. I'm planting a little bit smarter than I did last year. Last year was a little bit of a trial run of being able to seeing what we like, what we don't like, things like that. So we're doing broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, some cabbage, things like that. I actually did buy a couple Brussels sprout plants because I couldn't find Brussels sprout seeds, which was kind of weird. Got a little bit of those. I'm gonna attempt to do cucumbers. Normally you don't do cucumbers without a greenhouse, but I was talking to them there at the greenhouse, and they say that you're able to do it pretty well. So I'm gonna give it a shot. If it doesn't work, that's okay. I'm planting a lot more potatoes this year. We're still doing broccoli and cauliflower and spinach and snap peas and green beans. All the things. Tons of carrots are something that we utilize, that we really, really enjoy. The kids love them. But yeah, it's a good time is what has been going on these past couple days. Let me send you to Bert, seeing how he's doing. Scrambling. I know he's running on like 3 hours of sleep today. Poor guy. But he's a tough cookie, and he'll get it done. So let's send you to him and see how he's doing.
Hey Siri, get directions to Texas Roadhouse.
One option is Texas Roadhouse on North Walden Road.
Enjoying this beautifulness. I got my cucumbers transplanted into their little containers, so hopefully that will be a little bit nicer for them to grow in. Watered them, all the things. Cucumbers actually coming off those plants, which is crazy. Me and my babe were talking a little bit about our whole work setup. I know a lot of you guys have asked, like, what do you guys do for work? What do you guys do? And we do a lot of different things, but our primary source of income is GRS Controls, which is my husband's HVAC control company that we started back in 2011, right before Miss Evelyn was born. So the company's the same age as her. It was kind of a crazy time. We were essentially at a crossroads where we were in a house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, really comfy. I was pregnant, and we only had Audrey, so it was, super nice, right? And we kind of had this decision that we had to make where it was, do we want to sell that home, invest in a new house, build our final house, or did we want to start a company? And we kind of weighed that for a while. We were like, is this something that we were supposed to do? We prayed about it. And a lot of the motivation to start our company was during when I was pregnant with Evelyn. We have shared with you guys before about my condition of HG, and I struggle with morning sickness, and I don't really get out of bed. I can't really function very well for about 5 to 6 months of my pregnancy, and it just takes a toll on the whole family. So during that period of time, Bert was actually laid off when I was pregnant with Evelyn, and it basically was like we had no control of it. We couldn't shift things around a little bit more to be able to best suit our family. And so we felt a little kind of trapped a little bit, and there wasn't as much flexibility. So we weighed it all out and we're like, you know what? Let's go ahead and move into one of our rentals, which was an 800 square foot rental, the ones that you guys have seen us talk about. And it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1-car garage. And I brought 2 babies home to that rental. And in the long run, like, I don't know, when you're younger, things are just easier. Like, you just are like, no big deal, this is fine, this is totally great. You just kind of roll with it. It's just, I think it's a little bit easier. Roll with the punches. So that's what we did. And we made it work. We had 3 kiddos living out of that space. We turned our garage into like a extended pantry and like a playroom. So we could branch out a little bit, especially in the winter time. The kids could go out there. I put carpet down, like a little throw rug. It worked out really, really great. And it allowed us the opportunity to be able to start our business debt-free. And that was huge. That was a huge, huge component of being able to be successful, because the competitiveness, the actual market for what it does, it was very competitive at that time. And if you didn't really have that leg up or that edge up, it probably was a little bit harder to do. So super grateful. But I know a lot of you guys have asked, and I think he's going to touch a little bit on why he does what he does, what he enjoys a lot about it, what he's doing down there, and some exciting things that are going to be coming down the pike in regards to our business. So we're kind of thinking exciting. So I know you guys have asked that on what we do, kind of what we do, but we dabble in a lot of different things. You know, we're property managers. I have a Alaskan Apparel, but to be honest, Alaskan Apparel wouldn't be an Alaskan Apparel if we didn't have Summers in Alaska. So, you know, we're just rolling with the punches, taking it as we go, right? Look at this, guys. Do you remember? Who remembers back however many months ago? Can you see it over there? When we laid those pieces of foam because we were concerned that we were just not getting enough snow. Don't know why we said that. Maybe that's why we have it now in May. So, good times. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. Kind of my perspective on how the whole transitioning of said company and business and things. It's been a wild ride, but it's been super cool. Me and Bert, we're definitely more of the independent type. And he's not, he's not afraid of that. And it's been super cool to be able to bring on different people, work around the state, which has given us the opportunity to take you guys on a lot of neat adventures around Alaska. Even though they are kind of work related, we were at least able to bring you guys. So anyway, let's actually touch base with him, seeing how he's doing. I'm gonna go finish up the things, try to get in the house, work on some stuff, get something on the table for dinner, and hopefully Bert will come back home today. At some point, he hasn't given me an ETA of when he is planning on coming back. So let's send you to him, seeing how he's doing.
All right, we won, fixed the problems, hallelujah. Air handler's working, controls are working. In fact, I thought the web server was damaged, but turned out it was not. I had one of my lead technicians was able to dial in remotely on the computer, was able to reboot it, load some firmware. It's awesome. Good stuff. So everyone's happy here. I just got some food for the first time. When I was checking into the hotel, the lady up front, and I apologize, I don't remember your name, but she was like, "Oh, you're Summers in Alaska." I'm like, "Yep, but I'm just here to fix your air handler today." Got a lot of new people here, a lot of questions about us and what we do, and one is like, what do we do for a living? And a lot of people actually think that we do like YouTube for a living, like that's like our primary source of income, and it's actually not. We have a lot of fun with YouTube. We actually make money, try to find fun ways to give it away, but our primary source of income is GRS Controls, heating, ventilation, air conditioning control company that we started 11 years ago. Sometimes that confuses people because like, what does that even mean? Well, I can use the fancy words like it's energy management systems, it's green technology, it's building automation systems, but really to boil it down, what it is we find ways to be able to make your air and your heating and your air conditioning work the way it's supposed to. Different controllers and sensors. Find ways to get the most efficiency and comfort out of the systems. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what we do. I always tease people, we bring light, heat, and hope to the cold, cruel Arctic. That's what we do. Make sure heating and ventilation systems for commercial buildings are working correctly. A small group of people that are in this industry, and then we're a pretty small company. So, but that's what we do for a living. And you guys see me typing away over at my office trailer because I kind of do the office more so. And I have guys that do most of the field work most of the time, but like right now I'm covering some field things. It was not always the case. When we first started, I had to do the field and the office. And I remember being on the back of a snow machine. It was somewhere between 40 to 50 below zero in Kaltag, Alaska. That's like population 100, maybe 200. Riding on the back of a snow machine, banging around with my tools, and coming off of a small little plane going to the clinic to go work on the controls, thinking, man, was this a wise choice? But it was still, at the same time, it's awesome because it was our own company, it was our own thing. Trying to get away from the whole corporate feel of work and business and have more of a people feel and have more control. So that was kind of like why we started it. It's kind of what I know, so I make a pretty good living doing it, but I've been doing it for 20 years. Gosh, it sounds horrible. I've been doing it a long time, and I enjoy it. It's actually fun. I enjoy most like working with people, and I get to interact with a lot of people and talk to people and come up with solutions and come up with ideas and try to find ways that where everyone wins. I love deals where everybody wins. And that's the thing that I love the most with what I'm doing. Some downsides to run your own company, right? So you have extremely high stress at times. This thing can kind of own you, which is why I'm here partly, right? I had to make sure, Sheraton's a big customer. I had to make sure that them and their hundreds of people that are staying in this hotel are happy, so they don't leave and go somewhere else, or they put a different control type of system and don't want to use GRS, right? So I mean, you're working, the joke is you get to, when you own your own company, you can work half days, right? 12 hours. That's how it works. Some of our commercial projects, we're paying our technicians more than $72 an hour on a lot of the bacon jobs that we're on. And sometimes you're swinging that for months on end without getting paid, right? So it's not all ups, right? But it's also still not all downs when you have your own company. That's what we do for a living. A lot of questions of like what we do, and you know how we make a living, and but that's what we do. I hope that makes sense. Like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what do you guys do for a living, and do you enjoy what you do? Does it bring you joy? Like to make a change, or what would you like to do? If you could pick the perfect thing to do for a living, what would that be? I'd love to hear that down below. Need to get to the airport. I brought my mobile office here. I've been working and all these things, but need to get to the airport, get back home. Thanks for coming along and coming to work with me today. So, all right, let's get wrapped up here and head back to Norfolk.
Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay.
Happy before.
Gilbert, thank you so much.
Thank you.